Hello everyone, I'm Sahil and welcome back to the channel. Big news, I guess you have already heard, Tesla has bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Things are really picking up for cryptocurrency this year. While I'm personally not invested into Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency per se, I wanted to make this video just to talk about what I believe might be the implications of cryptocurrency rising in this year or going further. So yeah, by the way, ignore this gay ass bedsheet I have today. I have no words for it, but whatever. Let's just move on and Tesla is not the first so-called smart money that is moving into Bitcoin. Square, PayPal, Grayscale are amongst the 20 plus firms that have Bitcoin on their balance sheets. And last I know, in total they made about 25 billion US dollars. And a research by ARK Investments suggests that if all the companies in S&P 500 just put 1% of their cash into Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin will double. Now the real question that you should ask yourself is, why are these American firms moving their cash into Bitcoin? Like, they're surely not doing it for speculative purposes, right? They're not going to trade Bitcoin just to make a couple of bucks on the side. That's not what they do. Like Tesla, they have a business. They sell cars to make money or other solar panels or whatever they do. To me personally, Bitcoin is like gold, and I think most of you guys would agree. And gold is not an investment for the countries that hold them. It's a hedge against their currency declining, or like during war and stuff, or actually to back up their currency like they did in the past with the gold standard. And I think I have to really emphasize this because people don't seem to understand. Bitcoin is not an investment. There's no investment value behind Bitcoin. All it is a hedge. But what are these companies hedging against? Well, they're hedging against the decline of the US dollar. US dollar has stretched beyond this mean, and the new stimulus check by Biden is going to make things worse. They're just flooding the market with another 900 billion or $1 trillion in free money. It's not a surprise that Elon Musk made this decision to move into Bitcoin right after the stimulus check was approved. I've covered this in depth in the microeconomics video that I made on US. If you'd like to understand it more, just go and view that video. I will just link it up somewhere here. I'm not gonna cover all that and make this video so long, so let's move on. The rise of Bitcoin really means the decline of the US dollar. And this really worries me because these people, right, they're not stupid. Elon Musk is not stupid to put something so speculative on their balance sheet. Even though it only makes like 7% of their total cash or 3.28% of their total assets, it still is something, and there's a huge risk involved. Bitcoin can go to, like, they can lose 90% of its value tomorrow, but they still are willing to take that risk to hedge against US dollar. And this is bonkers, right? If the US companies themselves are losing faith in their own currency, why would the rest of the world hold on to US dollar, right? 60% of the US dollar right now in circulation is held outside of the US. And if this money finds its way back home, things are not gonna look pretty. In my opinion, right, it is inevitable. The US dollar will decline. But the question is that, is the decline gonna be explosive like a bubble popping, or it's gonna be a slow and steady decline? If it's the former, right, it's gonna be really bad and the entire world will go down with US. The only thing the US can do right now to stop Bitcoin from crushing its currency, right, is to ban its use for transaction. Like what Elon Musk is trying to do is that you can just buy Tesla's products or services using Bitcoin. So they would have to ban this, and they would have to enforce US dollar as the only legal tender for transaction. Currency is a very important tool or power for a government to control its economy. Like, if US government didn't control the US dollar, it wouldn't have been possible for them to bail out so many companies or banks during the financial crisis. And it wouldn't have been possible for them to give out so much free money in stimulus checks in the past 1 year. And if they didn't do that, right, a lot of people would have been on the street. And you all know that the situation is really bad. The economy is really bad in US right now. So yeah, on one side, people are complaining that the government is not giving them money, and on the other side, they are complaining that there's gonna be inflation and shit, and they are moving their money into Bitcoin, and I don't know what they are really doing, right? So really, all these countries, right, they hold this power to like control the currency and in turn control the economy very dear to them. China has already banned transactions using cryptocurrency within their own country, and they have also launched their own blockchain-backed e-currency, the eRMB. So yeah, it's really hard for me as a nobody to say if US is going to take similar steps to hold the rise of Bitcoin. But let me just put it in this way: if they want to ban Bitcoin, right, they will take the step within this year. If not, it's gonna be too late. Like it's gonna be a domino effect, right? After Tesla, a lot of other CEOs are gonna think about getting their hands on Bitcoin, and if US waits for a long time, it's just gonna be very disruptive for all these companies that have put their money, billions of dollars, into Bitcoin. I will also make it clear that personally, I'm not putting my money into Bitcoin, at least for now. For US residents and for traders, it does make sense, but I'm not a trader. And from where I am, Singapore, I think Singapore dollar is still safe, at least on the surface. Also, most of my investments are in China, and renminbi also I feel is safe on the surface. On the surface, because the implications of the decline in US dollar, right, is very hard for me to comprehend. It is gonna be very, very explosive in a way, and a lot of businesses are gonna get effective in this global economy. In the end, I will leave you guys to think about what will happen if Bitcoin really becomes a norm in everyday transaction. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I really believe that knowledge is worth so much more when shared and debated on, even if you're wrong, right? If not, that's all for today. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me to the end of the video. In this channel, I'm documenting my journey to financial freedom and sharing whatever I learn on the way for the benefit of other people who have similar goals, right? And if you're interested, just go and subscribe and hit the like button. Until the next episode, ciao.